If you were doing this sort of a project with your students, you would want to help them to make personal connections as well. I made my own, but they have personal connections. I know that in my school district many parents are serving in the military, but in your districts too. I suspect that you have students who have grandfathers or great-grandfathers who served in various wars, in the Korean War, perhaps great-grandfathers, I'm thinking, who served in World War II. And so help them to make those personal connections. Do they know, or are they related to a veteran? Do they have ancestors who were veterans? Start asking those questions. What stories can they begin to gather? And expect them to come back the next day with examples. And I think you'll find that the discussion is much, much livelier when they've made those personal connections than when you're telling your own story. Although story is always powerful. I'm going to show you one way. There are many, many ways with some of the newest Web 2.0 tools that you can gather that information for students, or students can gather them. So I'm going to scroll down and show you a program, a little software program, Web 2.0, called WallWisher. It may not be the best choice, but I want you to look at it and just think about how you might use that sort of a place software to gather information and gather those personal stories. This is actually a Veterans Day honor wall, and it was done by a teacher, I don't remember where. I picked it up. His name is Tom Barrett. He's on Twitter, and he simply put a link on Twitter saying, I used this WallWisher in my classroom, and all of my students brought in memories. Let me read a couple of them. Kayla says, my big brother, Lieutenant Eric Miller, is in the Navy as a nurse. He served in the Iraq War. Another one wrote, my grandfather served in the Korean War and he was a sergeant in battle. So these are actual student memories and student information brought back to the classroom and put online on a Veterans Day honor wall.